It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Young Savage, this motherfucking me, Jackson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Mike Trout Field here on the campus of Millville High School. The Thunderbolts of Millville will be hosting the number 2 team in not only South Jersey, but in the state. So if they're number 2 in the state, I would think that they're number 1 in South Jersey. A big test for the Millville Thunderbolts today as we have the St. Augustine Hermits here in town. They started the season 14-0. They lost once, and they have won 7 in a row. So they come in at 21-1, a very, very strong season. My name is Fred Melendez. We'd like to welcome in our color announcer, Ariel Melendez. She'll step up and join us for the broadcast. We hope that you stick around here, whether you're watching on Channel 22 or on Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live and Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live. We have those avenues for you to watch, and we're going to see probably one of the best teams that we're going to see throughout the season. It is going to be the best team that we've seen, actually. What am I saying?
Yeah, this is going to be probably the toughest matchup that Millville has had this season in facing a team that, as you mentioned, started off the season so high. And actually, and the game that they lost was to Vineland, a team that Millville knows pretty well, I'd say, over the years of that rivalry. So they'll try to give the Hermits the same fate that Vineland did. It is going to be a tough one for them. We could go up and down this prep lineup. I don't think you could really pick out a true star of this lineup, because up and down that lineup, they've got a lot of guys, and we're going to see a couple of them in the lineup tonight. Ryan Weingartner, I'd probably say is their best hitter if I had to pick one. Is batting .475 on the season, and you look at every single stat, he's kind of helped out in every single way. He's got 7 home runs, 27 RBIs. He's tagged in 6 stolen bases, so Millville's going to have to look out for him on the base path, as well as 17 walks on the season. So Millville will have to watch out for him no matter what. Up at the plate, up on the bases, he's going to be someone they're going to have to keep a real good eye on, no matter where he is.
And of course, you have Ryan Taylor, who's batting .438. He's got a little pop in his bat, too. 6 home runs this season and 25 RBI. So those two gentlemen right there will be a good part of the run production for St. Augustine.
Yeah, no doubt. And they actually, Ryan Taylor does lead off for the team. And, of course, Weingartner in the 3 spot. So they're right where you want them if you're the prep. They're right at the top of your lineup. But there's a lot of other guys in this lineup. Austin Sofran, who kind of rounds it out towards the bottom. 380 on the season, 16 RBIs. He's drawn 14 walks as well. So this St. Augustine team, not only can they hit, but they're very patient at the plate. They know how to pick their spots, and they know how to be patient. So for a team like Millville, who has had some trouble with some walks and, kind of putting runners on base that way, they're going to have to kind of be careful on that one, because this team, while they can hit the ball, can also be very, very patient if they need to be.
They're very good at getting people on base, obviously, whether it's by base hits or walks. Very patient team, and they find ways to put people on the board, on the bases. We mentioned Taylor and Ragsdale set up the table for people like Weingartner and Neary. The rest of the lineup just as good as anything, and it's going to be a tough challenge for Gavin McGuire. Gavin McGuire gets to start on the mound for the Millville Thunderbolts, so he's going to have to hopefully get some strikes early, get some outs early, and at least get through the first inning so that the Millville offense can come out and maybe try to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, and kind of taking a look at how McGuire's done on the season, if I can get that to come up real quick, we'll see what he's been able to do for Millville. He's pitched 20 innings so far this year. He's given up 10 hits, 9 runs total, 7 of those earned. So that gives him a 2.41 ERA. He's actually kind of got the second lowest ERA on this Millville squad. So Millville is putting up one of their better pitchers on the season. We saw Sergio Drozgo yesterday kind of struggled a little bit with those walks. We'll see if McGuire's kind of able to stay away from that. Only 9 walks. He's only given up 9 walks on the season, 16 strikeouts, and he has hit 1 batter. So McGuire is one of Millville's better pitchers on the season. But no matter who Millville throws out on the mound, it's going to be tough to keep these guys off the board.
And Coach Dan Fimiani, he wants to see a good start by this pitcher. He needs a good first inning. I think that's going to set the tone for Millville. If St. Augustine gets 2 or 3 runs in the first inning, it could be a very long day for the orange and blue right there. You see Fimiani right there talking with his troops. And there's your starting lineup for Millville. We have pretty much the same lineup we've seen throughout the season. Leading off, playing at shortstop, Sergio Draws. Wayne Hill will be batting second, playing in center field. The first baseman is David Rodriguez. He'll be batting third. Cleanup hitter is the catcher, Gavin Shapiro. Nate Robbins is in left field batting fifth. Edgar Ramos, the second baseman, he'll bat sixth. Connor Lacey, that's backwards, by the way. It says Lacey Connor, but Connor Lacey is playing at third base. We'll get that corrected, don't worry. And C.J. Stanek will be the DH, as Gavin McGuire will be focusing completely on the pitching. So that's a good idea for this team. Have the pitcher just focus on what he's got to do on the mound. So the DH will be batting for the pitcher, Gavin McGuire, and batting ninth for Millville is Caden Mulheron, the right fielder. The two coaches handing out the lineups to the umpires. Millville coming in with a 10-11 record, and as we mentioned, a 21-1 record for the visitors from St. Augustine. St. Augustine's only loss coming to Vineland, as we mentioned, that happened on May 9th, and that was a 10-inning game. It's pretty much the way that Millville lost to Vineland in 10 innings. So the 10th inning is a good one. So maybe Vineland should try to get to that 10th inning and try to do some damage that way. But nonetheless, on May 9th, a 5-2 victory for Vineland over St. Augustine. The home run that was supplied by Enzo Descalzi keyed a 3-run rally for Vineland in the 10th. And that also tied the school record with his 10th home run. So kudos to Enzo Descalzi for making it happen against the number 2 team in South Jersey. And he will bat this way. We mentioned Ryan Taylor. He'll be leading off, playing at second base. Number 11, Josiah Ragsdale. He'll be in right field batting second. The number 3 hitter, the shortstop, Ryan Weingartner. Batting cleanup and playing left field is Kyle Neary. The center fielder bats fifth. That is Jordan Serrano. The DH will be Mason Dorsey, and he is batting sixth. Cole Fry will be batting seventh, playing at first base. The third baseman bats eighth. That is Jake Myers. And Austin Sofran will catch and bat ninth. The starting pitcher, as you see right there, Holden DeJong. So the Hermits are just about set. Mike Bailone doing quite a job with this squad this season. He's really ramped up, and this team has really responded, obviously, starting the season 14-0. I can't imagine what that streak must have felt like.
Yeah, and I mean, St. Augustine usually is pretty good, I think, when it comes to most sports.
Yes, they are.
Especially, they usually do seem to go on kind of runs like that. Now, obviously, I'm sure a tough loss against Vineland, when you do start on that such streak, 14-0, then to come right back and win your next, 7 games?
They've won 7 in a row.
Shows how how confident this team is, how much they know it. Hey, it was one game, throw it away, we'll move on. And they actually, I believe yesterday, played in the conference tournament because, of course, 20-1, you're definitely going for the conference at that one. In the game, they actually had to come from behind. As I believe St. Augustine scored a couple runs in the first inning. Buda came back at them, led, I want to say, 6-4 at one point. Yeah. And, we've talked about Weingartner all day so far. He had the key 3-run home run in the 5th inning, and the Prep was able to come away with the win in that semifinal game in the conference tournament. So that moved them to 21-1 on the season. Yep. There's not much you can say. I think we're going to be talking about Weingartner pretty much all game.
And, of course, yesterday's game, as far as the conference tournament's concerned, the Cape Atlantic League Conference Tournament, that was the semifinal. It'll be a final against Mainland Regional. That'll be for the Conference Tournament Championship. Taking a look at the Millville defense, you see right there across the infield, Connor Lacey will be at third base. Sergio Draws, very fine shortstop for Millville. Edgar Ramos playing at second base, and David Rodriguez rounds out the infield at first base. Catching today is Gavin Shapiro. In the outfield, Nate Robbins in left. Wayne Hill is the center fielder, and Caden Mulheron in right field. The pitcher again is Gavin McGuire. And he'll be going Gavin to Gavin, if we pointed out earlier. Yeah, I stole it from you. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I was about to follow it up with the battery of Gavin and Gavin. But
there you go. Sounds like a good law firm, too. So we are set for baseball here at Mike Trout Field, and the first pitch sails outside for ball one. Leading off for the Hermits is Ryan Taylor. That's what you want to do. Fire in strikes. Try to keep that count in your favor. 1-1 the count on Ryan Taylor leading off the game for the Hermits. McGuire gets him to chase one that might have been a little outside. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, good job by McGuire to be able to come back fire, and especially on those 2 straight strikes, as he started a little bit outside, but has had some good heat on these last 2 pitches.
McGuire kicks and delivers. That's high and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And again, you want to focus on getting the leadoff batter. You give this team any kind of momentum, especially leadoff batter, they tend to do something with it. Long drive to right field. It is going to be out of play. That was well hit. You can see how far it went, but it went foul. So a good charge put into that one by Ryan Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor doing a good job of kind of spoiling off some of McGuire's pitches, kind of having a nice battle at the plate. And obviously, as you said, getting the first out, especially with the leadoff guy, if you're able to get Taylor on, obviously face Ragsdale next. If you can get Weingartner up with no one on base, that'd be a pretty good recipe for Millville.
That's the best scenario that Millville can hope for. Nobody on base when Weingartner comes up. But right now it's a full count. The payoff pitch. Sails high, so it's a leadoff walk.
And that's, as we mentioned in pregame, that's something that the Hermits haven't, kind of been afraid to do, is have a lot of patience at the plate, draw a lot of walks on the season. And that's not something you want to give them an easy pass for.
So Ryan Taylor draws the infamous leadoff walk. Let's see what St. Augustine does with it. Second batter of the game for the Hermits, Josiah Ragsdale, the right fielder. High and outside. So he's gotten behind on the first pitch to both batters so far. Getting his lead off first base is Taylor, and he draws the throw. One-oh pitch. Lofted into left field. Well hit over the head of Robbins, and it is off the fence. Robbins will have to chase it in, and it's going to be an easy double for Ragsdale. Moving to third is Ryan Taylor, and the Hermits are doing what we knew they might do, getting their leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, and that looked like a tough play for Robbins. I'm not sure if he saw it off the bat. That was pretty high in the air as it carried back. Just hit the top of the fence. He was that close to getting the home run. As it looks like, oh, never mind. Look, thought we had a pinch runner at first, but I think he was just taking off some equipment.
So Ragsdale with the double. Runners at second and third, nobody out.
This is a situation you did not want to put Weingartner out with 2 runners in scoring position. Is almost 30 RBIs on the season. He's usually a threat anytime.
Yep, and again, a good eye on that first pitch. All 3 batters looking at ball 1 on the first pitch from McGuire. So the Hermits putting the early pressure on. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Inside.
McGuire just having a tough time with the strike zone. A lot of these balls have been high and inside on some of these batters, whether he's trying to back them up off the plate or not, but at some point you do have to find the strike zone.
And that pitch is high, so it's 3-0. Well, you never advocate for a walk here, but that might be the best result against Weingartner. It would load the bases. That's the one detractor. 3-0 pitch is not called a strike.
And it looked like Weingartner did kind of wait a second just to see if that was going to get called a strike. That was probably McGuire's best pitch of the at-bat.
I think so.
But just a little high for the umpire's liking. And the only, I guess, positive, aside from not letting Weingartner swing the bat, is you do get a force out at any base now. So if McGuire can get a ground ball, could save some damage.
And he's not finding the strike zone early.
And unsurprisingly, Shapiro is going to take a visit to the mound. And kind of calm McGuire down a little bit. Early situation, really tough situation for him there in the first inning, but something that the Prep has done a good job at kind of forcing other teams to do.
They've got the bases loaded. Taylor at third, Ragsdale at second, Weingartner at first, nobody out. Inside, ball 2.
And again, Shapiro just kind of putting his hands, they say, all right, calm down, calm down. Just giving a little encouragement to his pitcher.
Kyle Neary in the batter's box now with a 2-0 count. Again, it's high.
You certainly don't want to walk the bases loaded, as McGuire's already had a couple walks in this inning. You don't want to give the Hermits any easy runs. We know they can score them.
Well, he didn't come close on any of those pitches. That'll force in a run. Ryan Taylor will score the game's first run on the bases loaded walk by Neary. So everybody moves up a base. Ragsdale's now at third, and Weingartner at second base, still nobody out.
You see, when we see Rodriguez kind of come in as well, try and give a little encouragement to McGuire.
Jordan Serrano, the batter. There's a strike. This is where you reach down deep, Ariel, and try to find that strike zone on this batter.
Yeah, it was good for him to get the leadoff strike on it. He had thrown a ball to start to every batter so far that he's faced. So to get 2 quick strikes on him has got to feel good. As you said, you got to keep reaching down. You got to keep almost let that kind of anger fire up your pitches almost.
0-2 pitch coming from McGuire. A little bit outside. Defensively, you want to get some outs as well. If you get a ground ball, like you said, I would think you might want to cut off the run at the plate. That might be the first thought. We'll see if they can turn a double play.
It all depends on who it's hit to and where it's hit to if they're able to go home first.
Ragsdale playing a little bit of cat and mouse at third base coming halfway down the line.
Yeah, he is kind of taking an extra lead over there right before McGuire's throwing his pitch. He's kind of running down, running back, running all around, trying to get McGuire even more off.
Gavin McGuire's 2-2 offering. Bounces it up. Comes right back to Shapiro, so no advance by any runners. But the count is full once again.
And McGuire started 0-2 on the batter. Maybe got a helpful swing on the second pitch, but 3 straight balls again and in danger of walking in another run. The payoff pitch from McGuire. He is low on that one, and another run comes home. That's 4 walks in the inning. And we are going to see a visit to the mound here, as that's back-to-back walks to drive in runs, but that is 4th walk of this inning.
Yep. You have the leadoff walk, the double, and now 3 straight walks. Josiah Ragsdale is the one who scores on that bases-loaded walk. That'll put Weingartner at third. Kyle Neary at second, and, of course, Serrano moving to first base after the walk. And with nobody out still, we might see a monster inning to start the game for the Hermits.
And that's, at this point, Millville just needs to find a way to get any kind of out, but it is all going to start with McGuire, is being able, even if he just finds a way to get them to hit the ball and put it in play, that could end up being better than the 4 walks he's given up, but it'll be hitting the strike zone first that's really going to help him give him some confidence.
So Mason Dorsey, the DH, coming in to bat. He is the 6th batter of the inning. You want to get that first out somewhere, and hopefully without giving up a run. Let's see what Doug McGuire can do here. Gets a strike called on Dorsey. Got to bear down and try to find that strike zone right now. Gavin McGuire comes to the plate. That one's high, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch coming from Gavin McGuire. does not get the call.
Yeah, Shapiro tried to kind of pull that up real quick to try and get it. It was similar to the first pitch that got called a strike, but just a little bit lower. As again, Shapiro going out saying, all right, calm down. Just take it one pitch at a time.
Very panoramic view of the base runners right there, and pitch is fouled back. So the count now 2-2.
Dorsey may have just helped out McGuire a little bit. Looked like that might have been a little bit outside.
Well, we all know batters want to go up there, swing the bat, and hit the ball. So let's see if we can get to him to get the strikeout. That would be the ideal scenario right here. That's hit pretty well at the left field. Robbins chasing. It's over his head. 1 run scores. At least 2 will come across the plate. The relay into the infield. And Lacey has a chance to get an out. And he does not get the tag down. Good base running there by Serrano to get to third base. Coming across the plate, Ryan Weingartner and Kyle Neary, and it's 4-0.
Yeah, tough play there again for Robbins. Another one that kind of goes over his head. And then unable to hit draws as the cutoff, so Lacey forced to come off even further. He was backing up draws as well. I'm not sure if there was a little miscommunication on who the cutoff was supposed to be. As you see, another lady will say draws did go out quite a bit into the outfield to try and get the cutoff. But it ends up going past him, and good base running, as you said. Noticing that there was nobody on third, and Lacey did all he could to try and run over and get the tag on him, but just able to slide under it.
So all 6 batters have reached base. 4 of them have come across the plate. The 7th batter of the inning is Cole Fry. Sends that one foul to the left side.
And it looked like that was going to be a hit-and-run situation, as Dorsey was breaking.
Still nobody out and 4 runs across for St. Augustine. Leading off first base right there is Dorsey.
See if they put him in motion again.
Swing and a miss. The throw down, and they get the out. So Shapiro gets the out.
And that's a huge out for Millville in this inning.
Especially since it's the first one. They need 2 more, though. Good throw.
Right into the glove of Draws as he was going down. It's a perfect strike.
So there's the first out. Let's see if McGuire can get some momentum from that, gets a strike called.
And also a good bounce back for Shapiro. He had a couple tough throws yesterday. Mm-hmm. So being able to get that first one out of the way has to feel pretty good.
Pitch bounces in.
Good block by Shapiro. He's been pretty good at being able to keep the ball in front of him.
I believe the count is 2-2 on the batter. See if the umpire lets us know. Well, okay, 2-1. All right. That's what it seemed to indicate. Foul back. Yeah, when we have the umpire, if you're looking from behind him, usually the left hand is the balls and the right hand is the strikes. He now puts up 2-2, so chance to get a strike here, but he does not. Fouled again. So Cole Fry stays alive. Jordan Serrano at third base with 1 out. 4 walks and 2 doubles in the inning have propelled a 4-run rally so far for St. Augustine. Pitch is high and inside, so now it's a full count once again. And the one thing, again, you're not going to like the fact is that a lot of pitches being used up by McGuire here in this first inning. So the count is full. Pitch to Myers. He lofts it into the gap. That's going to find some territory all the way back to the fence. Another run scores, and cruising into second base Jake Myers.
And it was a good battle at the plate by Myers. Fouled off a lot of pitches and then finally was able to get a hold of that one. Right into no man's land between Hill and Mulherrin out there. So yet another double.
3 in the inning.
As the Hermits are going to bat around unless we get something crazy in this inning. As Sofran is the 9th batter to come up.
Yeah, they have batted around here to start the game.
And unless we get a crazy situation as we did yesterday. I don't quite think we'll see that today.
Little ball that Ramos should get, and that'll end the inning. But St. Augustine doing what they do so well, getting a big-time rally. They had 3 doubles and 4 walks that helped them propel. They got 5 runs out of that as well. So after just a half inning of play, St. Augustine leads 5-0. Millville's first at bat coming up.
Evil. It surrounds me everywhere. Every day I come face to face with life-changing decisions. Mom, Dad, is there help? Mom, Dad, what's the answer?
Stop by, we can introduce you to him.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
So that wasn't Sofran.
Well, the Hermits are leading 5-0 as we start the bottom of the first inning. Fred Melendez along with Ariel Melendez, and not surprised that St. Augustine came out and did what they do so well. They rallied for 5 runs in that first inning, capitalizing on 4 walks and 3 doubles.
Yeah, and McGuire obviously not starting off too well in this one, gave up a couple of those walks, and when the Hermits finally found pitches that they were able to swing at, they did their damage with them, hitting them, I think. We had 2 out to Robbins in left field and a 1 out between the right field and center field gap.
Taking a look at the St. Augustine defense in the outfield, Kyle Neary is the left fielder, Jordan Serrano is in center, and Josiah Ragsdale is the right fielder. Across the infield, we have Jake Myers at third base, Ryan Weingartner at shortstop, Ryan Taylor is the second baseman, and Cole Fry is playing first. The battery today, catcher Austin Sofran, and the pitcher is Holden DeJong. So Holden DeJong, without even throwing a pitch, has a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, that's certainly what you like to see when you're able to come into the game and you've already got a 5-run lead to work with. It kind of eases yourself on the mound a little bit, knowing that you've got quite a bit of leeway to work with.
So the first 3 batters for Millville, Sergio Draws, Wayne Hill, and David Rodriguez. Let's see if they can cut into this lead just a little bit. They're going to have to chip away at it down 5-0 after just a half inning.
Yeah, and especially after yesterday where a lot of their big bats were kind of quieted down. We saw David Rodriguez, well, he did get the double yesterday.
That's grounded right to the shortstop. Throw across is in time and 1 quick out after 2 pitches. Play made by Ryan Weingartner.
Yeah, Millville definitely wants a better offensive showing than they had yesterday, as they were held off almost all game.
And a little bit of a breaking pitch there, and Draws didn't get it. So he's the first out of the inning. Wayne Hill stepping into the batter's box next. He swings through the first pitch.
Yeah, both Draws and Hill being a little aggressive out in the batter's box there, trying to see if they can get right ahead.
DeJong sends that one outside. The count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And Wayne Hill didn't look like he was close to hitting that. 1-2 the count. Hill looks at one high, 2-2.
Yeah, Hill doing a good job at seeing some of DeYoung's pitches, making him throw a little bit more than Draws did. Kind of want to make him try to make him work a little bit and don't swing at the pitches he wants you to swing at.
That one's low, so the count goes full on Wayne Hill. Millville would like to get him on base because he's got some good speed, so maybe he can, I don't know if he's going to be running on a 5-0 deficit, but you have nothing to lose in a way.
And
Try
also,
to be aggressive.
Also getting a runner on base for David Rodriguez would be great as well.
Hill fights it off, stays alive. Bit of a different day than yesterday. We had sunshine yesterday. It's all clouds today. A little breeze to the right field corner. It looks like the wind is making the flag point towards right field. Popped up, right field. Looks like it's going to stay within reasonable play, and it is caught right there by the line. Josiah Ragsdale with the catch.
Yeah, Ragsdale was able to camp under that pretty well. Took a little bit of a curve on him at the end, but he was able to settle under that pretty easily.
Yeah, the ball a little bit too high, and it gave Ragsdale time to cruise on over to that right field line. Got under it, did Wayne Hill, and lofted it close to the line. Would have been a fair ball had it landed, but you see Ragsdale is right there ready to make the catch. Strike is called on David Rodriguez. 2 down here for Millville, nobody on base. One strike pitch. He went around, I believe. Yes, the umpire says he does.
Yeah, the home plate umpire not needing to go to the first base one for that. It was a pretty clear swing there by Rodriguez.
So he is in an 0-2 hole trying to keep the inning alive for the Thunderbolts. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook Live, feel free to comment, hit the like button. We'll mention that you are watching, like Bob Millard is watching. He's saying go Bolts, so let's see if they can get something started, but not this time and not this inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Holden DeJong, and after one inning of play, St. Augustine showing why they're the number 2 team in the state. They lead 5-0.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Gavin McGuire working in his second inning, hoping for a much better result in this inning. Just kind of try to maintain where Millville is at right now at a 5-0 deficit.
Yeah, and he's obviously hoping to do a much better job not walking a couple batters, as he had 4 walks in that top of the first inning. Kind of helped the Hermits out to that 5-0 lead, and with Millville going down pretty easily in their bottom of the inning, he wants to try and make it another quick inning here as well.
They'll be facing the same the same starting order. Top of the order, Ryan Taylor, Josiah Ragsdale, and Ryan Weingartner. Taylor led off the first inning with a walk. Popped up. One pitch, possibly one out as Mulherrin drifting over to the foul line, and he makes the catch. So Cade Mulherrin puts that away, and a much better start to the inning for Millville.
If you're McGuire, 1 pitch, 1 out, you'll take that.
Absolutely.
And it was kind of similar to how Wayne Hill ended up popping out almost in the same exact spot and almost caught the same exact way by Mulherrin, where he goes over to foul territory, has to come back in just a little bit.
Josiah Ragsdale launched a double his first time up and scored. Looks at strike 1. Funny thing about baseball, you have one bad inning, and then if you just settle in, like, as I said, he throws a wild pitch.
That it launches over the glove of.
Yeah, if you can just settle in and get something, a scoreless inning, then you can maybe just chip away at it offensively and see where you stand. But will St. Augustine allow Millville to do that is the question. And now it's 2-1. Left-handed hitting right fielder for St. Augustine, Josiah Ragsdale. A little late on that swing, fouls it off. 2-2.
And McGuire seems to be popping with a bit more confidence on some of his pitches. He's been able to hit the strike zone a lot more than he was in that first inning, and that's what you want to see if you're Millville. You don't want to have to dip into your bullpen this early in the game.
No, you don't. Not against this team. Ooh, just missing.
Yeah, just on the outside corner there. Shapiro again trying to do his job behind the plate. Try to frame that just a little bit, but just a little outside.
Payoff pitch, fouled off.
And that's what we've also seen from the Hermits, is they have been able to battle in counts as well, as even when McGuire does get ahead in counts, they're able to battle back. Foul off a couple pitches, and that's when they do their damage.
McGuire readies the 2-2 offering. That's a 3-2 offering. I lost a pitch as well. No, I didn't. I did have 3-2. Okay. So that's a walk for Ragsdale, a 1-out walk. He's on for the second time. And it's the 5th walk issued by McGuire.
And again, Shapiro goes out to talk to McGuire, gives him a little pat. I'll have a little chat with him as well.
Once again, welcome to those watching on Facebook Live, like Gregory Mitchell. Glad to have you aboard. Brandon Kiley. I'll tell you what, appreciate that, Brandon. Love the great coverage of the game, he says. There you go. And Julie Gravel, we have a St. Augustine fan. She says, go Hermits. She's got to love that first inning for sure. But again, as you watch, feel free to comment. Hit the like button on the Facebook page for Quinn Broadcasting. Throw to first base, not in time. Ryan Weingartner walked his first time. He went around, according to the umpire.
I was going to say, that looked like a good pitch either way. Yeah, if you can get Weingartner to chase something, that'll certainly help you out.
He's got a 2-strike count on him right now, so let's see if he can finish it with a 3rd strike. Runner started to go, but now he pulls back up. Ragsdale goes back to first.
Again, wondering if we saw it in the first inning, the Hermits looked like they tried a hit-and-run situation. Wonder if that was a similar situation, but because the pitch was high, they had to double back.
1-2 the count. Again, the throw to first, gets away from Rodriguez, and that's going to advance Ragsdale. He might try to get to third. Here's the throw over to third. It's over Kyler Lacey's head. Ragsdale coming in, and he's going to be safe.
It did look like he beat the throw. It was a great throw by Lacey, but a little high for Shapiro. Looked like Ragsdale did end up touching the plate just before Shapiro tagged him.
Wow, close play.
Not what you want to do if you're a Millville. There's a couple missed throws. And if you're McGuire, I know you kind of saw him leaning off, but ends up turning into trouble. We'll have to take a look at the tag as we see Ragsdale slide. He was able to get up real quick there. We'll see the throw. He did look like he touched the plate just before Shapiro got him.
Okay. Well, we get a strikeout in the meantime. So that is the second out and the first strikeout of the game for McGuire, second out of the inning, nobody on base after that couple of errors. Finished the tour of the bases by Ragsdale. Pitches inside for ball one.
And despite the fact that it is a 6-0 deficit now, McGuire getting his first strikeout. Hopefully, for him, that obviously kind of builds him up just a little bit, despite how kind of unfortunate the first 2 innings have gone.
1-1 the count now as that pitch is fouled off. Kyle Neary walked with the bases loaded to give St. Augustine its first run of the game. 1-2 the count. Fly ball, right center field. Hill really tracking it, but it's Mulherrin who had the better shot, and he makes the catch. I watched Hill run so hard, he caught my eye, but the play is made by Mulherrin, and that'll end the inning. 1 run, and it's an unearned run. The walk, and then the 2 throwing errors as we watch the last out of the inning. Caden Mulherrin, who has done a good job playing that right field position. You see Hill kind of cruising in just in case, but it's Mulherrin's ball, and that is the third out of the inning. It is 6-0 St. Augustine.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
We start the bottom of the second inning with the Hermits of St. Augustine leading 6-0. First batter for Millville, you see him right there getting ready. That's Gavin Shapiro. He'll be followed by Nate Robbins and Edgar Ramos. The first 3 Millville batters due up here in the bottom of the second inning.
And Millville will be looking for a much better inning here. Try to get a runner on base. Try to create maybe some of their own luck on the base path.
Holden DeYoung ready with the first pitch. Fouled off to the right side.
And we see the first base coach there from Millville trying to make a play on the ball. Ends up kind of rolling on the fence a little bit. He tried to stop that one. Nice effort. We'll give him an A for effort.
There you go. That's probably why I don't coach any of the bases. The ball would hit me. I know it.
Is that the reason we're going to go with?
Yeah, that's it. The ball would hit me.
That's the reason you don't?
Well, I mean, anybody can coach the base, right? Two quick strikes on the batter.
We'll go with that. That's your excuse and you're sticking to it.
I did not belong in any athletic field. I'll put it that way. Much more accustomed and better here in the booth. Trust me. Shapiro trying to come back from an 0-2 hole. Let's see what the Young has for him on this 0-2 pitch. Took something off of it, but sails it outside.
Yeah, he had a pitch to kind of waste right there, and was maybe almost hoping Shapiro would chase, but no harm, no foul.
Shapiro asked for time as DeYoung taking a little time. I think he shook off one of the pitches that were called. All right, he nods yes, so let's go.
Hey, he likes the call now.
And he got him to swing. Check swing, but it counts for his second strikeout. That'll bring up Nate Robbins, the left fielder. Again, there's one of those pitches that you're talking about. Just out a little high in the strike zone, and you just can't lay off, especially with 2 strikes. You got to protect, and even though that might have been a ball, had he not swung, he went around just enough.
And we saw that happen to a couple of the Millville hitters yesterday, unable to lay off that high heat. And Shapiro did kind of all he could to just hold back just enough, but just went a little too far in front of the plate.
1-0 pitch to Robbins. Hits it pretty well. That looks like a gapper, and it's going to find the glove of the man who obviously can do some running. Great job by Josiah Ragsdale. That looked like a solid hit to the fence, but Josiah said not. He was a denier. Now, this is a great run. He came out of nowhere. He really did. And he made it look so easy. He looked like Gary Maddox almost. I don't know. You don't remember Gary Maddox, but Gary Maddox, the minister of defense for the Phillies back in the day. So 2 outs.
I don't know. I'm still on that pun. I don't know what to do with that.
I couldn't hold it back.
I don't know what to do with that now.
It just refused to stay back. Try to keep the inning alive is Edgar Ramos, the second baseman for Millville. Tell you what, DeYoung's really firing that ball in there. Ramos tried to time it, but he didn't get it. Connor Lacey on deck. He wants to bat, so let's see if Ramos can keep this inning going. Oh, what a breaking pitch. Not only does he have the speed, but he has the control to throw a pitch like that.
Yeah, not much that Ramos was really able to do on that one.
2-2 count. And Ramos calls time.
Yeah, we saw Shapiro do that a couple times as well. So maybe trying to get DeJong off just a little bit. Try to throw up some of his timing.
2-2 offering. That one is low. So it is a full count.
Now you want to get a base runner any way you can if you're Millville. So Ramos has got to protect the plate, but realize there are certain things he should not swing at.
That's pretty well hit to left. Actually, it's sinking, coming in, and again, making a nice defensive play out of that. Ball looked like it was going to take off, but Kyle Neary coming in all the way and making the catch. So it's 3 up and 3 down for Millville here in the second inning. St. Augustine cruise control at the moment, 6-0.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
We head to the top of the third inning here at Mike Trout Field, Millville High School. The number 2 team in the state leading 6-0 over Millville. St. Augustine Hermits showing why they are very good. They play good defense, obviously. We saw 2 nice plays in the outfield in that last half inning. Of course, they took advantage of 4 walks and 3 doubles to get a 5-0 lead in the first. And then the single run after the walk and 2 errors in the second inning.
Yeah, Millville really looking for that shutdown inning. The Hermits have done what they've done all season and gotten hits where they could, walks where they could, and even a couple of plays on the base paths as well.
Very disciplined team at the plate. As we mentioned, they walked 4 times in that first inning. And, of course, a walk in the second inning. So they've had 5 batters walk.
Yeah, when you have a couple guys in your lineup that have, close to 20 walks on the season, as well as having the power to swing as well, you've got a well-coached, well-disciplined team.
Well, McGuire's not helping his own cause. That pitch is outside, and it's a 3-0 count to the leadoff batter.
You almost have to maybe start to wonder how much longer they are going to let McGuire go. So he is able to hit the strike zone on that one, but it's been real tough for him finding the strike zone on most of these batters.
And he sails that one outside. Leadoff walk, the 6th walk allowed by Gavin McGuire. So Jordan Serrano takes his spot at first base. David Rodriguez will hold him on. That'll bring up Mason Dorsey, the DH, who doubled in 2 runs his last time up. Pitch misses. Mason Dorsey, the DH, today for the St. Augustine Hermits. Looks at a strike on the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And again, McGuire doing what you don't want to do with the leadoff walk. So you want to try and get ahead of these batters.
Keeping an eye on Serrano.
And you also want to be a little bit careful how much attention you pay to the runners on first, especially already at the 6-0 deficit.
Oh, way up high. Good job by Shapiro to not let that go back to the fence.
Yeah, again, we've talked about how good Shapiro has been behind the plate, being able to keep balls in front of him, but also having a good jump up as well.
Dorsey now 2-1 on the count. That one's high. A lot of 3-ball counts being worked by Gavin McGuire today in just 2+ innings.
Yeah, and the Hermits certainly don't need any help in that department.
Grounded foul. Third base side.
McGuire maybe getting a little bit of help on there. Looked like that was an inside pitch. As Dorsey just wasn't able to get his hands around on that one.
Full count on the batter. Runner at first base, nobody out. Runner takes off, and it's going to be a walk. So
they call him out, but I don't think the umpire realized.
No, he's not going to be out because of the walk.
Yeah, I don't think the umpire, making the right call, realizing, that he was out if it was a strike, but. Mm-hmm. And the Hermits are kind of like, wait, he walked, so how's he out? Well, guys having a couple chuckles at that.
Shapiro did what he was supposed to do, throw the ball down because the runner was breaking, but that was ball 4, so there was no play at second base. Would have been nice to get the out, which he did, but doesn't count. So Cole Fry now the batter. He's got 2 runners aboard and nobody out. Back-to-back walks. He puts the bunt down, but he fouls it off.
And the Hermits just doing anything they can to try and manufacture some more runs. If that stayed fair, that would have been a well-placed bunt.
So 1 strike on Fry. Again, we get an earful every time we do one of these games.
And Fry digging down deep for that pitch that was almost towards the ground that he swung at, tried to almost lift that one.
Now if you're McGuire, you want to take advantage of that, get an out here. And he throws that one inside and low. Good scoop by Shapiro once again.
And we've seen even when McGuire has been able to get ahead of batters, he's had a couple 0-2 counts in these first couple innings, but hasn't been able to put them away.
1-2 count on the batter. That one's going to go foul, out of play.
And you see Robin Strauss and Lacey all going over for it.
Well, you want to get an out any way you can. So if that had stayed in play, chance to get that out. Runner at second base is Jordan Serrano. Over at first base is Mason Dorsey. Both of those base runners walked in this inning. That's slapped right up the middle, base hit to center. Hill picks it up quickly. They're sending the runner from second. The throw is offline, so he'll score. Now the throw down to second, and they should get an out there. So Fry is out at second base, but an RBI single for him as Jordan Serrano crosses the plate, and it's now 7-0 Hermits. That was well stroked up the middle.
Yeah, and he'll do a good job charging it quickly, and a better throw might have had a chance at the plate there, but he just took Shapiro off the plate. But good awareness by Shapiro to not only be able to get it on the bounce, but fire it in to get the out at second.
2-6 on the putout as Draws covers the second base bag. So they do get an out on the play, but they give up a run in the process. Jake Myers, who had an RBI double his first time up, looks at one inside. 1-1 the count. Runner at third base is Mason Dorsey. Pitch is high, 2-1. So the Hermits now have scored in every inning. The 5-run jump start in the first. They scored a run in the second, have one across here in the third, and a threat for more as Mason Dorsey's at third base already. And now we have a walk. All right, so I guess one of those pitches was not a strike. 8 walks now by St. Augustine, given up by Gavin McGuire.
And we'll see if this is going to be it for McGuire, as he does hand the baseball off. So that'll end his day. We'll see who Millville brings in. I believe, if I get the number right, that's taking it?
Number 7.
Alcorn, one of them. I knew it was one of them.
Yep, Nick Alcorn.
I knew it was a Nick.
Nick Alcorn will come in on relief. So hopefully he will find a way to quell the fire a little bit here for St. Augustine. We have a timeout on the field. It's 7-0 St. Augustine. We're in the top of the third, and we shall return in a moment.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
Meeting of the minds on the mound as Millville trails 7-0. St. Augustine doing what they do so well. There we go, one of our cameramen, and that is the third base. Is that third base? Okay, Jackson Millard doing a fine job. There's our other camera person, Liam Mulheron.
He got a much shorter introduction there.
Ryan
we
Ellis.
see who likes who over here.
Ryan Ellis is also our cameraman, so we have 3 fine people manning the cameras, providing you all the pictures that leads to the highlights that we also have on replay.
Yeah, we promise you Liam Mulheron is out there.
Someone shoot over to Ryan Ellis, see if we can get him. When Ryan try to wave.
Yeah, Ryan's waving now.
Hey, we can see him from the booth, Ryan giving us a nice wave out there. We'll see if we can get him a nice shot out there in center field. See if he gets a little bit longer spotlight than Liam did.
Hey,
there he is.
Ryan Ellis. Maybe he'll catch a home run ball somewhere along the line here.
Well, let's hope it's not from Austin Sofran here.
Sofran ended the first inning by popping up to Edgar Ramos at second base. And he swings through the first offering.
And if you're Alcorn here, you want to try and come get some quick strikes. Even try and get that ground ball. See if you can get the pitcher's best friend here. You have a runner on first.
Right through the middle, and Ramos with a great tag of the bag. He throws wild by his first. He gets the force out, but a run does come in to score. It's a nice play by Edgar Ramos. Unfortunately, the throw a little off balance, and they don't get the double play.
And he almost forgot to touch. I don't know if he almost forgot to touch second base or was a tough play suit to second base. As Alcorn had to get out of the way of that one in a hurry.
Yeah, that almost hit him. As we mentioned, Mason Dorsey does score on the play, so that will be an RBI for Austin Sofran. The old infamous you cannot assume a double play type of deal, so he will get an RBI on a fielder's choice.
And I do believe, if I heard from the umpire correctly, we have a pinch runner. He said number 14 would be Jake Rushore, I believe. I can't even read my own writing.
Yeah.
So I believe he did say 14, so looks like a pinch runner over at first.
Pitch bouncing in. Shapiro keeps it in front of him, so no advance by the runner. Two outs in the inning, but 2 runs across for St. Augustine. An 8-0 advantage here in the top of the third. Missing outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on leadoff batter. Top of the order, leadoff batter, Ryan Taylor. He walked and flied out. It scored a run. Ball's inside. Alcorn trying to end the inning on this batter. Pinch runner taking his lead off first base, and we have a walk to Ryan Taylor. That will move the pinch runner to second base. Jake Ruxor. It's the best we can make out. Ruchsor. There you go. We'll give him proper credit.
Yeah, as I said, I couldn't read my own writing if that was an O or an E. I meant, right? Believe that is an O.
That's okay. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. And Josiah Ragsdale, the batter. He has a double.
I stand corrected. It is an E. Because we do have the full lineup. Thankful to St. Augustine coaching staff here for giving us the full team roster.
Pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. Missing on the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Josiah Ragsdale has scored twice, a double and a walk.
Yeah, you want to get Ragsdale out here. You do not want to get Weingartner up with a potential bases loaded situation.
Oh, just over the glove of Draws, rounding third and coming home, no throw. Scooting across the plate as the pinch runner Ruxor. And it's now 9-0.
Yeah, Hill deciding to not make the throw on that one. Not sure.
Going to get a good view of how Dross just missed it. Just missed it. Hill thought about firing, then pulled up.
It looked like he might have had a good opportunity. We didn't see the runner in view when Hill had that ball, but just decided to eat it instead.
Pitch missing.
As Alcorn had to kind of run off the mound for that one. As Shapiro's throw went a little wide, a nice play there by Alcorn to save any further damage.
Pitch is on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Weingartner has walked and scored, then struck out in the second inning. He has batted for the 3rd time, as has the 2 men before him, Ryan Taylor and Josiah Ragsdale. Throw down to second, getting back safely is Taylor.
And a nice pick there by Ramos as the bounce kind of came up on him at the last second. So good job by him to be able to keep it in front.
Alcorn's pitch, that's way outside. Hits the fence, but comes right back to Shapiro, so no advance by the runners.
Yeah, they each kind of thought about it going, but a nice bounce back to Shapiro holds him in place. And while you like to keep the bat out of Weingartner's hands, you don't want to walk him.
It would bring up the cleanup batter. And he does get the walk. That is the second walk issued by the reliever, Nick Alcorn. And the bases are reloaded by the Hermits.
And we're coming up on that situation here. If Millville is unable to get the out here and St. Augustine does plate another run, we will be into that mercy rule. Obviously, they do have to play 5 innings still, despite that, but...
Lofted to deep center field. Hill going back, and it is gone. A grand salami. You didn't want the number 4 hitter to hit, and that's why Kyle Neary just sends it out to center field. A grand slam, 4 more runs, and it's 13-zip.
Well, he did a little more than get 10 runs in the inning. That was absolutely shot out to center field.
Take a good look at the pitch.
And that was actually a little high there.
He put a charge into it. Hill went all the way back and had no more room. Grand slam home run by Kyle Neary. 13-0 St. Augustine here, and we're in the third.
And this is something we've seen from St. Augustine all season long.
That one is hit to the second baseman. Nice backhand and throw. So Ramos gets the out at first base, but 10 batters come up for St. Augustine, and they bring across 7 runs. Here's the home run pitch once again. Got it all. Anytime you hit it to dead center field, you've got it all. Hill got back there, but he had no chance to catch it. That capped off the 7-run rally, and St. Augustine, after 2.5 innings, lead Millville 13-0.
I'm Bart Feldman, and this is TNF Camera. We are a full-line photographic studio and camera store. We invite you to come in and take a look at the products and services that we provide, from youth sports, high school sports, school pictures, and a wealth of photographic equipment. The advantages of coming to a store is you have the ability to talk to people and see exactly what you want to purchase beforehand. It's TNF Camera, 1362 South Delsey Drive here in Vineland.
We are headed to the bottom of the third inning, and the number 2 team in the state is showing why they are ranked that high. They are leading 13-0. A 5-run first, a single run in the second, and 7 runs coming across the plate in the top of the third. Capped off by a grand slam home run by Kyle Neary.
And the most impressive thing there is while they've gone through the order almost 3 times, Millville still has a couple guys that haven't batted.
Connor Lacey looks at ball 1.
And something to keep an eye on, I think, for Lacey especially, is after yesterday striking out 3 times, all on high heaters, if he's able to lay off them in this at-bat.
That's a good pitch to hit to the short second baseman, rather. Throw across is going to be in time, so the play made by Ryan Taylor to Cole Fry for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Lacey put a good swing on it. Sounded good off the bat, but
Millville still looking for its first base runner. Could it be C.J. Stanek, the DH, batting for the pitcher spot? Right down Broadway, strike 1.
yeah, a real nice pitch there. As Stanek tried to hold up on it, but either way, right down the middle.
1 strike pitch. Called the strike.
And we haven't seen Stanek bat too much this season. Only has 5 total at-bats on the season. Batting 2 for 5. Not too bad. He's a 400 average on the season. Got a couple singles.
Boy, that ball had some movement, but it hits the outside part of the plate, so it's called the ball.
He's also driven in 2 runs this season. Obviously can't really do that with no one on base. I mean, you can drive in yourself, but...
Strikeout number 3 for Holden DeJong.
And again, chasing that high heater.
Yep, that was up in the strike zone, and Stanek could not come up with it. Caden Mulheron will bat for the first time. He is the number 9 hitter in the Millville lineup. Outside, ball 1.
And Mulheron trying to do what no other Millville batter has done before him, and that's get on base. At this point, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Pitch from the mound, DeJong missing again, 2-0. He has not been behind in too many counts today.
Yeah, and even when he has been, he's been able to come out firing and get right back ahead of these batters.
Sergio draws on deck, hoping for a chance to bat this inning.
He's got a pretty good opportunity here. As Mulheron up 3-0 in the count. Millville desperately trying to get that first base runner.
Well, he'll be looking at least 1. Strike is called.
And Mulheron took a step towards first base, but DeJong does get the strike call.
Holden DeJong with the 3-1 offering. Swing and a miss.
That's 2 quick strikes. At a full count now here on Mulheron. DeJong's been able to come back firing after down 3-0 in the count.
The payoff pitch coming from DeJong is a ball. First base runner of the game for Millville on a walk. So Caden Mulheron with the honor of stepping on the bag first for Millville.
And we had a pretty, obviously you don't say it until it's either over or it's happened, but that ends the perfect game bid on the mound for DeJong. Obviously still has the other thing we won't talk about. That is the first base runner of the game for Millville.
No, you don't want to talk about it.
We can talk about no more perfect game.
Right.
That is officially out the window. It, regardless, has been an extremely, outstanding outing for DeJong so far. As he almost even came back on Mulheron in that at-bat.
Draws batting for the second time. He grounded out to the shortstop. First time up, Ryan Weingartner made the play on him. Draw stepping out. Facing a 1-1 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Checking the runner, now comes to the plate. Off-speed pitch, and he gets it in there.
Yeah, DeJong coming right back and getting a couple quick strikes on draws. That walk hasn't seemed to phase him much.
Wayne Hill would like to bat. Let's see if he gets a chance. 1-2 the count on Sergio draws. Way up high, the throw to first. Oh, I'll tell you what. Mulheron didn't exactly hustle back to first, and he's lucky that the tag wasn't applied soon enough.
Yeah, kind of almost slowly jogged back to first base. Not sure if he thought the first baseman was just too far off.
Trying to go the other way this time, but he fouls it off, so draw stays alive, 2-2.
And that's something you don't want to do if your Millville is chase some of DeJong's pitches. That was well high.
Yeah, that looked like a ball from our angle.
And there wasn't much you were going to do with it, fouling it off first base side was about all he could do.
Bouncing in, no advance by Mulherrin as Austin Sofran did a good job of blocking it at the plate, so the count is full.
We'll see Mulherrin off on this pitch as you see head coach Fimiani letting him know it's a full count, so run on the pitch.
Yeah, I thought that might be happening. I didn't want to say it, but you know what? DeYoung was thinking just like me. Let me make one throw over there, and let's see if he was running on the 3-2 two-out pitch. He straight off the bag enough, and DeYoung, watch. I didn't want to say it till I saw it, and there it is. Perfect idea by the pitcher. So that'll end the inning. A walk, but nobody left, and we are done with 3 innings of play here at Millville, and it's 13-0 for the visiting Hermits of St. Augustine.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
I want to kill the kid.
So you see we have a new pitcher on the mound for Millville. That's Edgar Ramos coming in. We'll see who. We should have some other changes as well, as that's Matt Meiswinkle coming into the game at second base, as Ramos will try his best to shut down this Hermits offense. We haven't seen Millville's pitching been able to do that at all in this game. And if you want to talk about some good pitching we've seen, as DeJong's had a pretty good outing so far.
Yeah, he made a very fine decision on that last out of the third inning. As with the runner at first base, he's a left-handed pitcher, and Mulherrin was going to be running on the pitch, as you said, but the lefties have the advantage of maybe just pretending like they're going to go home, but DeYoung did not do that. He went right to first base and got the out at first base to end the inning.
Yeah, he did make a good move as if he was going to go to the plate, but a very kind of smart thinking, knowing his count, knowing that the runner is going to be off, and seeing that Mulherrin was just straying off just a little bit too far.
So St. Augustine up at the plate once again. The first 5 batters in their lineup have batted in every inning. Mason Dorsey, he has doubled and walked. His double knocked in 2 runs in the first inning. He walked and scored in the third during that 7-run rally by the Hermits.
And Ramos gets him to chase a little bit on the pitch just before.
He's got the jump on him, 1 and 2.
Yeah, you want to find a way any way you can. It's a tough situation you're in at this point, a 13-0 deficit. It's tough to come back from, but you want to be able to go up on that mound and find a way to shut these batters down.
1 and 2 still the count as Mason Dorsey fouls off that pitch. Missing on the pitch.
Yeah, just a little high on that delivery from Ramos.
Breaking pitch, and he got him to chase, fouls it off.
That's a pretty good movement on that ball as well. Dorsey in a defensive stance on that swing.
Edgar Ramos, the third pitcher used by Millville today. Looks in and prepares the 2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch missing, so the count goes full.
And this is what we've seen from each of the other two Millville pitchers is when they do find a way to get ahead of hitters is they're not able to put them away.
That's slapped in the hole, draws, tries, but is not going to get there. Solid single to left field to lead off the inning by Mason Dorsey. That is his second hit, 2 for 2 with the walk.
And as we've talked about, Draws is a pretty great shortstop out there, usually able to make a lot of tough plays. That one just out of his reach as he went out to the dive for that one. Just couldn't quite grab it.
That pitch was outside, but Mason Dorsey found a way to get it through the left side. Pretty good piece of hitting. First pitch to the next batter, Cole Fry, misses. Fry singled his last time up with an RBI, but he was caught at second base on a relay play by Millville. As Shapiro fired to Draws to end that inning. Actually, it was the first out of the inning, Fred. Okay. So there's so much color on my board that I have to look at it a little closely. Runner breaking off of first base is Mason Dorsey. And that had to hurt.
And that was well inside on the batter, Cole Fry, as he fouled that off. Not sure his knee. It looks like his knee. He's holding on to that right knee. As he had to go well inside to swing on that one. And they're going to let him shake that one off a little bit. And it's not exactly a warm day out, so when you foul the ball off like that, that is going to sting for quite a bit.
Well, he's smiling a little bit, so.
Yeah, I think he kind of realizes, oh, I really shouldn't have swung at that. I kind of did that to myself.
Yeah. 1-2 count on the batter. Runner at first base.
So it goes over the head of Fry, and we won't repeat the words that he just said. Just know it was a O followed by another 4-letter word
blank,
there.
Blank, blank, blank. 2-2 pitch. Down and in.
Another full count situation here.
Cole Fry in the batter's box from the left side. Goes the opposite direction. Robbins running hard, and it falls foul. Robbins had to go a long way for that, especially since it was deep in foul territory. So it goes just as a ball that lands in foul territory, and we reset the numbers here. 3-2. Nobody out on the runner at first base, Mason Dorsey.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play for all involved. Even Josh tried to get over as well. We know he's got some speed on him, but even he wasn't quite able to get over.
So the payoff pitch once again, that's lofted to center field. Wayne Hill has a beat on it and makes the catch. That is one out here in the fourth.
And it looked like that ball had a bit of spin on it as it came off the bat of Fry. He'll kind of have to go down a little bit for that. So he made the catch. So we'll see if he kind of catch the spin as he hits this. Well, a little tough to see there, but
Wayne Hill does a good job of patrolling the outfield. He is the perfect center fielder. He gets to a lot of the balls that get hit out there. Strike is called on Jake Myers. Myers doubled in a run in the 5-run first inning for St. Augustine. He's also walked. Pitch missing, 1 ball and 1 strike. Check swing, so it's a 2-1 count. Next pitch missing. Shapiro takes a shot at first base, not in time. Want to say hello to some of our viewers again on Facebook Live. Joe LeBon Sr. saying, let's go Bolts. Max Guzman rooting on Mason. Go Mason, he says. Tony Martinez is watching with us. right through the box, off the glove of Ramos. They'll get a play. Oh, no, they won't. Once it spun off the pitcher's glove there, Draws was going one way, had to come back the other way, so I would rule that an infield single. Let's take a look at it.
It was a hard hit ball there. It just goes off the pitcher's mound, I believe. I'm not sure if that ended up hitting off the glove of Ramos or not. But at that point, on how slow rolling it was, as Draws would have had to make a perfect play. We've seen him do, but, well, just a little bit too slow by the time it got to him.
Catcher, the number 9 hitter in the St. Augustine lineup, Austin Sofran. He is 0 for 2, but he did score a run in the big 7-run rally that has made this a 13-0 game for St. Augustine. Pitch and throw down to second. Getting back somewhat easily is Mason Dorsey.
And Shapiro doing a good job of keeping an eye on the runners over there. We've seen him throw to second base quite a few times.
1-1 the count on the batter. Breaking pitch, a beauty.
Real nice movement on that one from Ramos.
So he's got the jump, 1-2 on the batter. Top of the order due up next for St. Augustine. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mason Dorsey, you just see him out of the corner there. Gets into the frame a little bit. Mason Dorsey at second. Jake Myers at first base, 1 out. Swing and a miss. So that is the second out of the inning. Top of the order, as we mentioned, Ryan Taylor will step in next. Taylor has walked twice, has scored twice. Otherwise, he flew out to right field, where Caden Mulheron made the play. Ball 1. Yep, the softballers.
Looks like we've got senior night, I believe, over there.
Smacked into the hole. Runner will stay at third base, so it's everybody moving up a base as Ryan Taylor has his first hit of the game, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Again, just putting it where nobody was. Draws could not get there, so it gets into left field where Robbins has to make the play. So Dorsey moves up to third. Meanwhile, a line drive that Draws puts in the glove, and that'll retire the side. And for the first time today, St. Augustine does not get a run in a half inning. Take a look at the play once again as Ragsdale tried to inside out it, but a good play by Draws to end the inning. No runs, 3 hits, and the bases left loaded. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 13-0 St. Augustine.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
St. Augustine with a very comfortable 13-0 lead for that man right there, Holden DeJong. You see the action over in the other field as the Millville softball team is hosting ACIT today. They're leading 3-2 in the 5th inning.
And taking a look at how they've done on the season, coming in with an 11-9 record. Looks like they just had it's about a week ago, I'd say, the first round of the NJSIA tournament. Unfortunately, they lost 7-3 to Clearview in that first round.
So Millville in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sergio Draws leading off. He was at the plate with a full count when Cade Mulherron got picked off the base by Holden DeYoung to end the inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. So because of that pickoff move, DeYoung has still faced the minimum amount of batters. Grounded foul. DeYoung now has the jump on Draws 1 and 2.
And that does give Draws another opportunity here as he had a 3-2 count before the pickoff, so gives him kind of another opportunity here.
Pitch to the plate, misses. Sergio Draws, first time up, grounded out to his counterpart at shortstop, Ryan Weingartner. 2-2 pitch on the way, and he does. Oh, it was a very late call, but he got it. I was ready to punch him up myself, but the umpire kind of took about 3 seconds to make the call.
And that's why Draws didn't think he struck out as full.
That's pretty good. That's a good pitch, though. The catcher knew it. He threw the ball down to third.
He threw it to third, and he was like, wait, did I get that wrong?
Yep. Sofran knew it was a strike. 4th strikeout for our starting pitcher for St. Augustine, Holden DeYoung, and that'll bring up Wayne Hill. He flew out to right field his first time up, and I think he went around. Yes, he did.
Yeah, Hill not able to hold up on that one. So you've seen DeYoung do that to a couple Millville batters, or they just haven't been able to hold the bat back.
Next pitch on the way. Fly ball, right field, and camping under it. Making the play, that is Ragsdale. So there are 2 outs in the inning. Second time that Hill's flown out to right field, and Ragsdale's made both plays. David Rodriguez, as Millville still looks for its first hit of the game. Rodriguez swung and missed at strike 3 his first time up. Swing and a miss.
And that was a good hack there by Rodriguez.
He did not cheat himself on that swing. DeYoung's 0-1 pitch. Took something off of it. It is called a ball.
DeYoung doing what we saw happen to Rodriguez yesterday. He's trying to stay inside on him, not let him extend that bat out.
Missing again, 2-1.
And again, 3 straight pitches to the inside on Rodriguez. He certainly has pitchers very aware of what he can do.
On deck is Gavin Shapiro, who'd like to bat in this inning.
That one ends up getting away from Sofran. No runner on base, though, so just becomes ball 3. Does have Rodriguez in a favorable count.
See if he'll get the chance to swing here if he likes to pitch. And he is a walk.
It's the second walk allowed. Oh, I'd say technically, oh no, I can't say. Never mind. Forgetting how many outs were in this inning. As we have Tyon Cephas coming in to pinch run for Rodriguez. You could hear that right away from Damiani over at third. He's going to get one of his speed runners out.
Shapiro, the number 4 hitter in the lineup for Millville. He'd like to get the bat on the ball, put it in the outfield somewhere, and get some kind of rally started.
As Cephas, same fate as Mulherron.
Well, not only is he pitching well with no hitter, he struck out 4 and he's picked off 2 men from first base. So that young man right there getting the job done on the mound while his team has certainly put together enough offense. Cephas way out Again, being a left-hander, you can do that. And he got Cephas far enough off the bag to make the play. So we're heading to the top of the 5th inning. It's still 13-0 St. Augustine.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Once again, back at I always do that. Mike Trout. Jeff Trout's his dad. Mike Trout Field here at Millville. Second inning of work for the third pitcher used by Millville, Edgar Ramos. And we're in that territory of a mercy rule. If Millville does not score 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th, this game would end on a mercy rule. Now that's depending upon whether or not St. Augustine adds to this lead of 13-0.
Yeah, and Millville finally able to hold him off the board in the last inning. While they did end up having a couple runners on base, Millville was able to get out of the jam there and stop them from scoring, but that doesn't mean they won't find a way this inning.
Leading off for the Hermits is the shortstop, Ryan Weingartner. Looks at strike 1. He's walked twice and scored twice. Otherwise, he has struck out, so he's 0 for 1 officially.
And that was nice movement there again on Ramos's breaking ball.
Gets the second strike in.
Almost able to fire it in the same spot. This time goes with the fastball. He's able to hit the glove of Shapiro almost in the same exact spot as the breaking ball.
And he swings through that pitch, so it's 3 pitches and a strikeout. Second strikeout for Ramos.
And Ramos able to do something we haven't seen, I think, all game, is get the first guy out.
Good breaking pitch. Got him to chase it.
Is that the first leadoff batter to not get on base for the Hermits?
Meanwhile, a shot towards left field. Base hit. So Kyle Neary keeps his going. He's got 5 RBIs, counting that grand slam. He walked his first time up and scored, and now he's got a single. So he's 2 for 2 with 5 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Not a bad day.
He certainly put his mark on this game for the Hermits.
Swing and a miss. Jordan Serrano. He has walked twice, scored twice, otherwise grounded out the second.
And Draws got him a little late on that first swing and slows it down on him just a tad.
He gets a quick jump here, 0-2.
And Ramos is certainly not afraid to throw that heat.
Breaking pitch, that's going to be laced into center field for a hit. Moving up the second base will be Neary. Serrano with a hit. And 2 runners aboard now for St. Augustine here in the top of the 5th.
And it looks like we will have actually a new batter, as we saw as Dorsey's going to get pinch hit here. So we saw number 14. We saw him run. That is Jake Rusher.
Yeah, Jake Rusher.
He'll get a chance to bat this time around.
He came in the pinch run for the catcher, Austin Sofran, and scored during that 7-run rally in the 3rd. So he'll get a chance to bat here. Pitch is outside. Ramos comes to the plate once again, and a swing and a miss. Foul ball. So Ramos has the jump, 1-2. Jake Rusher at the plate now for the Hermits. 2 on and 1 out. Runners at first and second for the Hermits. Rusher looks at 1 outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Ramos just not able to get that breaking ball over as much as he had been before. That one just sailed down low instead.
Missing again. Count goes full. Payoff pitch coming from Edgar Ramos. That one's outside, so Rusher draws the walk and the bases are loaded.
Yeah, as we mentioned, it was going to be tough to keep the Hermits off the board again as they have a prime situation here. And Cole Fry up to bat with the bases loaded, just 1 out in the inning. So the Hermits threatening to do some more damage.
Fry has an RBI single in 2 trips to the plate. Also flew out to Wayne Hill his last time up. Pitch is high, 2-0. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Gets him to swing and a miss.
You know, Fry certainly liked the pitch that he saw there, just wasn't able to get the bat on it. With the way he swung at it, maybe you're happy if you're Ramos.
Inside out swing, fouls it to the left side.
And he's certainly getting his swing off on these last 2 pitches.
Two pitch from Ramos. Got him inside, and this one is hit pretty well to right field. Off the fence. Here comes 1 run and a second run right behind him. It'll be a 2-run double by Cole Fry, who now has 3 RBIs on the day, and it's 15-0 now for the St. Augustine Hermits.
And he had taken a good swing at the last 2 pitches and looked like that one was going to go a lot further than it did as it bounces off the wall. We had someone out there. I know I've been victim to that a couple times where it's hit the fence and you just, I don't have it flinch, and we saw that happen in right field.
So a 2-run double for Cole Fry and a 15-0 lead for the Hermits. Jake Myers, he has an RBI double. To his credit, he's 2 for 2 on the day with a walk as well. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Myers. Foul tip. Umpire coming out to give the ball to Ramos this time. That doesn't count as a mound visit, does it?
I don't know. Do they limit mound visits in high school baseball?
I'm not aware of that.
I think we've gone well past that probably.
Yeah. Ramos comes to the plate with the 1-2 pitch is popped up.
Is he here?
It's going to be Draws. Wasn't sure if Matt Meiswinkle would try to make the catch, but Draws makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I heard a me the whole way, but I don't quite know these players' voices, so I wasn't quite sure who it was, but I think it was pretty safe to say if Draws could make the play, he was going to make the play. Wayne Hill got in there, made sure to back it up as well.
So there are 2 outs in the inning. Austin Sofran, the catcher for St. Augustine, at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position for the Hermits. They have 2 runs across already in this 5th inning. That pitch misses, bounces up. And that actually got me. Yeah, I flinched. All those foul balls.
I've been much better at that.
And that little bounce up to the fence got me.
I have been much better at that this year. Gotten better the last couple games at it.
2-0 offering way off the plate again.
I think that one just came out of the hand of Ramos. And he's kind of laughing about it a little. He knows that came out before he meant to. He's kind of chuckling there. He knew it.
So it's a 3-0 count on the number 9 batter in the lineup. And a walk. I think we might have another substitution coming into bat.
I think we have a pinch runner, actually. We'll see what they... We do. We have a pinch runner and a new batter.
Okay.
That's number 10, Bryce Oliver, coming into bat. And number 17, get the name. I don't know if it's Capuccio I want to go with.
Yeah, David Capuccio.
He's going to do the running. So the Hermits started to dig into their bench a little bit. And with a 15-0 lead, you'll start to probably see, depending on how much longer this inning goes, a couple changes for them. Ramos again just not able to get the grip on the ball. And Shapiro's going to come out and talk to him just for a minute. And maybe just say, I want to keep that grip a little bit.
Oliver pinch hitting for Ryan Taylor. Taylor was 1 for 2 on the day. He scored 2 runs. That one is hit to center field, but Wayne Hill is right there to make the catch and retire the side. However, the St. Augustine Hermits come up with 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits, and they leave the bases loaded. Last chance for Millville. They need 6 to keep the game going. It's 15-0 here at Mike Trout Field. Probably the last at bat here for the Thunderbolts, so come on back.
Evil, it surrounds me everywhere. Every day I come face to face with life-changing decisions. Mom, Dad, is there help? Mom, Dad, what's the answer?
Stop by, we can introduce you to him.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
On the mound still, or his 5th inning of work, Holden DeYoung. He has only allowed 2 walks in the game, and both of those men that he walked, he picked off of first base. So in the 4 innings that he's worked already, he's faced a minimum 12 batters. And the middle of the Millville order, Gavin Shapiro, Nate Robbins, and Edgar Ramos are the first 3 Thunderbolts due up.
Yeah, and DeYoung has done what he's needed to do on the mound, but Millville obviously not helping themselves out as well as finally able to get base runners, but they were erased almost as quickly as they got on.
Trying to bat it the other way, and it goes foul along the right side. Shapiro was a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Pitch missing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Gavin Shapiro.
Yeah, Sofran doing a nice job of trying to frame that one. Was a close pitch. Good eye by Shapiro.
1-1 offering is called the ball. Two and 1 the count. Leadoff batter Gavin Shapiro here in the bottom of the 5th. Fouls it back, so the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nate Robbins on deck. DeYoung's pitch, and he gets Shapiro to chase one that looked like it was off the plate. 5 strikeouts now for the starting pitcher for the Hermits, Holden DeYoung. First out of the 5th.
Yeah, Shapiro swinging way out as that ball was almost touching the plate by the time he got a swing on it.
So Nate Robbins, who flew out to right field his first time up, fouls it off. Edgar Ramos getting ready to be the next batter for Millville. Robbins looks at the ball. DeYoung with the 1-1 pitch. Puts it right through for strike 2. Missing this time. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Nate Robbins. The Millville left fielder. Two-two pitch, missing inside and low. Full count on the batter. Good check swing, and that is the 3rd walk issued by Holden DeYoung.
We'll see if Millville's able to keep a runner on first base. They've had a couple times. See if Nate Robbins is able to stay over there on first. We'll see if DeJong makes a throw over.
Edgar Ramos looks at one inside. Ramos flew out to left field his only time up.
The first time we've seen all game Sofran go out to talk to DeJong. Kind of settle him down a little bit.
Well, with a 15-0 lead, just want to throw strikes. I know he's working on not giving up a hit yet, but you definitely want to focus on getting some balls across the plate, at least force the batters to swing. Fine job done by that man on the mound, Holden DeYoung. Goes and Robbins leaning.
Yeah, Robbins doing a good job of not kind of getting off too far on the first base bag, as you could hear at the dugout.
I like the sly smile on his face.
He's like, almost got me.
Oh. Swing and a miss.
You almost had me. What is that, the commercial? I don't remember the brand where he's dangling the dollar bill. You almost got it. Gotta be quicker than that.
Connor Lacey on deck, hoping he has a couple of base runners on to work with when he steps into the plate. Throw back to first.
And that one was a little bit more obvious of a move by DeJong, as his kind of kickoff was pretty slow, and Robbins wasn't really fooled on that one.
Count is 2-1 on Edgar Ramos. Fouls it back. Ramos is only at bat. He flew out to left fielder Kyle Neary.
Ramos would certainly like to put a charge into one if he can.
Pitch to the plate missing. Full count on Ramos.
And that was a tough take at the plate if you're Ramos, as that one looked like it could have been a juicy pitch. Just on the outside corner.
Payoff pitch time coming from DeYoung. He'll go to first.
Robbins wasn't even off the bag. He'd take one step on to get back to the bag. He's figured it out.
Yeah, he knew it was coming, though, so he got back rather easily compared to the other time.
Yeah, DeJong has thrown over 3 times on Robbins, so he's
swing and a miss.
Started to figure it out over there.
6 strikeouts now for the starting pitcher, Holden DeYoung. Good. Nice job of taking something off of that pitch, and Ramos could not come up with it.
And Lacey, the last chance here for Millville to get something done. At this point, they're just looking to get in the hit column. Lacey trying to throw off DeJong a little bit.
Runner at first base is Nate Robbins. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch to Lacey, bounces in.
And you have to wonder if DeJong's maybe starting to tire a little bit. Not exactly the nicest day out. He's firing for every other inning, but he's starting to labor just a little bit in this 5th inning.
Grounded foul, first base side. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
That was a slow floater in there. Lacey's eyes probably had to widen at that one. See if DeJong decides to go back to the fastball after Lacey had that pretty well timed.
1-1 pitch coming from DeYoung. Grounded towards short. The flip to second base. It looked like it was in time, and it was. So Nate Robbins erased on the fielder's choice, and that'll end the game. Fielder's choice, 6-4.
And we can officially say it now as we've got some sprays over there. I don't think that's got to feel good right now, but an outstanding outing for Holden DeYoung. And while he does end up facing 1 over the minimum, as the no-hitter.
He was in control throughout the day. Just a quick look here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 balls left the infield. 4 fly ball outs. He walked 3, but he erased 2 of those runners, of course, on pickoff moves. And St. Augustine came in and showed, again, why they are the number 2 team in South Jersey. They are going to be playing, not only are they the Diamond Classic champions this year, they are going to be playing for the conference championship against Mainland on Thursday, I believe. But the job done by the Hermits, they got that quick start, 5-0, a 7-run 3rd inning, and they cruise it to a 15-0 victory over the Millville Thunderbolts. The 2 teams doing the sportsmanship thing. I always like the way that the teams shake hands after the competition. 15-0 is nothing to really be happy about that you lost by that score, but those guys right there are now doing, of course, the perfunctory run after the game, but they played a great game. 15-0 was our final score. Our star of the game portion of the broadcast coming up, and stay with us as we interview perhaps 1 or 2 of the key players for the St. Augustine Hermits.
Evil, it surrounds me everywhere. Every day I come face to face with life-changing decisions. Mom, Dad, is there help? Mom, Dad, what's the answer?
Stop by, we can introduce you to him.
Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
I'm Bart Feldman, and this is TNF Camera. We are a full-line photographic studio and camera store. We invite you to come in and take a look at the products and services that we provide, from youth sports, high school sports, school pictures, and a wealth of photographic equipment. The advantages of coming to a store is you have the ability to talk to people and see exactly what you want to purchase beforehand. It's TNF Camera, 1362 South Delsey Drive here in Vineland.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Back here at Mike Trout Field, Millville High School, the St. Augustine Hermits living up to the billing, if you will, as they come away with a 15-0 Mercy Rule victory over the Millville Thunderbolts. They took advantage of some walks, of course, 9 walks given up by Millville pitching, but they also hit the ball pretty well. 12 hits to go with the 9 walks, so that's 21 people that got on base just doing walking and the hitting. And, of course, the big grand slam that was hit by Kyle Neary in that 3rd inning when they got 7 runs. St. Augustine doing also what championship teams do. They came right out of the box, took advantage of 4 walks in that 1st inning, an RBI walk by the one of our stars of the game, Kyle Neary. He is technically the winning RBI, as it was the first RBI of the game. And, of course, St. Augustine coming up with a 5 spot in that 1st inning, basically taking advantage of 4 walks. And in the 7-run rally that they put together in the 3rd inning, the highlight of that inning obviously was the grand slam home run by Kyle Neary that capped off the 7-run rally. They only had 3 hits in the inning, but that one blow by Neary was the big one, a grand slam to center field that helped the score become 13-0. They added 2 more runs in the 5th inning, and that was it, a 2-run double by the first baseman Cole Fry, capped off the scoring for the 15-0 victory. So up and down the lineup, they got things done, and their starting pitcher certainly pitched a great game. He has a no-hitter to his credit, allowed just 3 walks, and he picked off 2 of those 3 walks, so he faced 1 batter over the minimum. Great job done by the starting pitcher, of course, Holden DeYoung, and we'll have him along with Scott Neary coming up to talk, Mike Neary. And we'll have all that for you in a moment. Stay with us as we wrap up this regular season finale here on Quinn Broadcasting. We'll be right back.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as the Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
Evil. It surrounds me everywhere. Every day I come face to face with life-changing decisions. Mom, Dad, is there help? Mom, Dad, what's the answer?
Stop by, we can introduce you to him.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Okay.
Back with one of our stars of the game here, Kyle Neary, who finished with 5 RBIs. He has technically the game-winning RBI because he drew the bases-loaded walk during that 5-run first inning that led to the game's first run, and a 7-run rally in the third that was capped off by this young man here, Kyle Neary, grand slam to center field. Talk about the grand slam first, walking with the bases loaded, not much to talk about, but that first pitch that you swung at in the third inning, talk about that particular swing.
Really all I've been focusing on lately is just getting up there and driving the ball. This season's been kind of a slow start for me, and being able to just get out there and being able to just barrel up some baseballs is all I really want to do out there.
And you certainly hit it to the deepest part of the yard, so you obviously put a good swing on that particular pitch.
Yep.
What I'm amazed about, as we watch you around the bases for the grand slam there, it just seems like everybody contributes. I mean, I'm looking at the scorebook, and just about everybody scored at least 1 or 2 runs here. You had the 5 RBIs, and just everybody contributes. That's what makes for a winning team as well.
Yeah, so that's a big part of what we've been trying to piece together, is getting everybody involved. And when everybody steps up and everybody does their part, I really don't think there's a team in Jersey that can touch us. So.
I don't know how you're not the number 1 team in the state. I don't know much about is it Don Bosco that's ahead of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Their record last time, they had 3 less wins than you. That was last week. I don't know what their record is now. But at any rate, the fact is that you are now Diamond Classic champions, right? You have the conference championship game coming up Thursday.
Yep.
And that is against Mainland, right?
Yeah, 3:30.
3:30, and that's talk about that game. What do you guys think is going to happen there?
Well, we're going to attack it just like we've attacked every other game. Go out there, do everything we can, do our best, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Okay. Well, another win today. This is the 8th straight win. You guys started off 14-0. That little glitch against Vineland, of course, the 10-inning game that they won. But you guys have stayed hot ever since then. So congratulations on today's game and a tremendous season, 22-1. How does that sound?
Sounds very good. The one's throwing us off a little bit.
We always remember the one, and of course, being against Vineland doesn't help. No. Kyle Neary, one of our stars of the game. Again, 5 RBIs, including a grand slam during the 7-run third inning. We'll be back with the winning pitcher of today's game. Stay with us for that. Ariel Melendez will have our star of the game, too, coming up after this.
Hermits Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Back here at Mike Trout Field, St. Augustine coming in and doing what they've done well all season, a 15-0 Mercy Roll win over the Thunderbolts, here with our second star of the game, Holden DeJong. First, before we even get into your pitching stats, obviously being able to come in, your team getting 5 runs in the first inning, how easy does that make it for you when they're able to do that for you?
Well, when you have that kind of run support, it makes it pretty easy to stay calm, cool, and collected, and maintain that throughout the entire game.
And we'll kind of take a look at some of the things you've done today, as obviously you were pretty close going on to that perfect game just in the 4th inning. Unfortunately, had that walk, but you were able to erase those walks pretty quickly, as we'll kind of take a look here at that final strikeout as well. But you get the walk, but you had Mulherron leaning a couple times over and able to pick him off there. You had the same thing happen in the next inning as well. How much is it helpful to you being kind of that left-handed pitcher to be able to have that kind of deceptive move over there?
Well, in my opinion, it's not all that good. Like, that's just me. But apparently it's good enough to get 2 pickoffs. Being the lefty, it just makes it a little bit easier to have that sort of sense of the runner knows that you have that ability to get them, and it kind of gives you that almost confidence that you can see them and you know you can see if they're going to run, then you can pick them off, and if they're not going to run, then you can just go on with it.
And we talk about how close you were to that perfect game. Did you kind of, I'm sure pitchers know, did you kind of have that sense as the game was moving on that you did have the opportunity for that situation and that you were just kind of feeling good out there?
I felt good. I didn't really think about it too much. I don't really think. I try not to think about it because then it starts getting in my head, and as soon as I lose it, I start getting distracted, and it gets worse. But I recognized it, and then I walked the guy, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah, did that kind of almost make it a little bit easier for you? All right, perfect game's out of reach now. Now I can kind of maybe just focus in more a little bit.
Yeah, it was like it's less stress about being completely perfect, and it's more about just getting the outs and getting out of here. And
you were able to get him back pretty quickly as well. And so we said 6 strikeouts on the day, 3 walks, and you had the 2 pickoffs as well. But your offense kind of doing everything they could do for you. Not much you really did need to do when you're able to get 15 runs on the board. And we talked with your teammate Neareye before that, had the big blow in that inning, the grand slam. And he was right away went right for it, as he talked about earlier on. How good did that feel to see him get that out there?
Well, we already had the lead, so it wasn't like I didn't think that we needed it, but it was definitely – it made everything still easier, just going out there knowing that I can potentially give up runs. And although I didn't need the run support. It was,
you like to see the run support, though, when you get it, And you will kind of keep Millville at bay the entire game. Moved you guys to 22-1 on the season. And so we talked about, again, with Neareye earlier. Obviously, you had that one little blip against Vineland. You start off with the 14-game winning streak. You come back out, have a 7 or 8 game now. You guys have your tournament game coming up on Thursday against Mainland. How are you guys looking to kind of approach that one now?
I think we're going to approach it the same way we approach any game. Throw our best guy and get the offense going early.
Yeah, so again here we have our second star of the game with the no-hitter Holden DeJong. Had a couple walks there, a couple pickoffs, 6 strikeouts. Moved St. Augustine to 22-1 on the season as they defeat Millville 15-0. We're going to wrap things up after this. So stay tuned here on Quinn Broadcasting.
Imagine Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Back here at Mike Trout Field, pretty much the kind of game we expected from the opposition. We were talking at the beginning of the game that Millville, to have any kind of chance to be competitive here, would have to get out of the first inning without allowing anything. And sure enough, unfortunately, 4 walks and the 1 hit that led to a 5-run rally. And really, that's all St. Augustine needed, that 5-run rally. The rest of the game, just pretty much icing on the cake offensively.
And as DeJong talked about it, it makes it pretty easy for you as the pitcher when your offense is able to come out and give you 5 runs right away. It kind of helps you breathe a little bit, and all right, I've got some run support. If I happen to give up runs, I know my team's able to back me up there, as we saw in that one. Yeah, when that was going to be kind of all St. Augustine needed was really the 1 run in this game, but you knew they weren't going to stop at that as they end up kind of getting some more as the day went on. But I mean, exactly kind of what we expected to see, I think, from this Hermits team. Yeah, you didn't want to give them walks, so those 4 walks did come back to hurt them. We mentioned now they don't only hit the ball well, they are very good at reading pitches and allowing pitchers to work counts and then getting on base to do what they did. That 5-run rally was based on the 4 walks. The 1 run that scored in the second inning, really all that they didn't get a hit in that inning. They had the 1-out walk, and then a pickoff move that went a bit astray, and then the throw to third base that went over Connor Lacey's head, and that allowed Josiah Ragsdale to go from first to home plate. So 2 errors on that after he walked. That was the only run of the second inning. It was 6-0 at that point, but then the hurricane came after that. Again, just looking at it quickly, it was those leadoff walks, back-to-back walks that were issued to Jordan Serrano and to Mason Dorsey. That got him on base, and then they kept hitting the ball well. An RBI single by Josiah Ragsdale, another walk, another couple of walks, and then Kyle Neary looking at the first pitch, liking what he saw, and he put a charge into it just about to dead center field for a grand slam that pretty much iced it. That made it 13-0. 2 more runs in the 5th inning. That was a 2-run single by Cole Fry that capped up the scoring for the St. Augustine Hermits. So they came into Millville here and showed why they are one of the best teams, if not the best team in the state of New Jersey. They go against the mainland for the conference championship. They've got the Diamond Classic Championship and, of course, the state tournament, the group championships that are coming up. So plenty more baseball, and we're going to be hearing a lot of these gentlemen up and down the lineup. You can mention them all: Ryan Taylor, Josiah Ragsdale. Of course, we mentioned Ryan Weingartner, Kyle Neary, just about all. Jordan Serrano, may as well mention them all. Mason Dorsey, Cole Fry, who had the last 2 RBI single, Jake Myers, and Austin Sofran. Quite a lineup, and then you get the pitching that we saw today from DeJong, and they've got everything. They got the whole package. Yeah, I mean, as you did, you could pretty mention everybody that came into this game and their contribution on it, whether or not they drew some walks, they drove in some runs, or as we saw from DeJong, had an outstanding pitcher performance as well. It's hard. It was hard, actually, to pick some stars of the game. Obviously, DeJong getting the no-hitter was a pretty easy one at that, and you probably could have picked almost any offensive player, as well as Neary, who had the big blow in that inning, just to put, as you said, the icing on the cake for the Hermits. But it was an effort up and down the lineup for the Hermits, and kind of what we expected to see in this one, as they obviously are 22-1 now on the season for a reason, are the best teams in not only South Jersey but the state, and Mill just wasn't able to get anything done. Finally got a couple runners on base, but nice work there by DeJong to erase him just as quickly as they got on there.
Of course, when you get the four at-bats in four innings, the top two batters in an inning batted 4 times in the 4 innings. So they got it done offensively, defensively, and, of course, the pitching was excellent. So we would like to thank you all for watching throughout the season. This may, I believe, be our last regular season game. We'll see if anything else happens Millville baseball-wise, but we certainly want to thank a whole bunch of people. Our producer, the man who keeps me straight, makes me laugh once in a while, and I make him laugh too. That's why it works so well. Ryan Narowski, our producer. Camera people today included Ryan Ellis, Jackson Millard, and Brandon Kiley did the scoreboard. Liam Mulherron also on the camera. Should mention Ozzy, of course. Can't ever remember Ozzy's last name. Maury. He did a lot of great work for us. Garrett Suey did some things for us. So all the people that put these games together deserve a lot of credit, and we hope that you enjoyed all the broadcasts that we had for you throughout the season. I want to thank Jim Quinn, number one, because he's the guy that's allowed me to be the sports announcer that I am, gives me the opportunities to do what we do here, and I've included Ariel into the mix as well. So, again, we thank you so much for watching. If we don't have any more baseball, of course, the football season comes up in September, and we invite you to get involved. If you want to help us out with these, we always like to get some advertisers. If you want to advertise your business, contact Quinn Broadcasting, talk to the sales staff there, and tell them that you want to support the local sports scene, whether it's Millville, Vineland, or anything else that we try to do for you local sports-wise here in the Cumberland County area. Again, for Ariel Melendez, yours truly, Fred Melendez, thank you so much for watching. We end the probable regular season with one of the best teams that you're going to see throughout the season, the St. Augustine Hermits, 22-1 now, an 8-game winning streak after today's 15-0 win. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.